Merry meet everyone, welcome back to My Pagan Life as always, and of course to yet another episode of the Yule Calendar 2020. Oh my goodness, today we're talking about something fun. We are talking about the word feast. I love food. I'm sorry, I live for food. Just like the rest of the human race does. But I'm kind of passionate about it, even though I don't. Why am I rambling? The point is, I love food, and I'm not a cook or anything, so I don't know much about it, but I love food, and I'm kind of hungry. Okay, maybe that's why I'm rambling. Anyway, guys, the main deal with this word is that I just simply want to ask you guys, what do you eat for Christmas? And I kind of touched on this in my video with the word Yule. In the video, or the episode where I discussed the word Yule, I basically just told you guys what Christmas looks like for me as myself, but also as a Norwegian, because the word Jul is the Norwegian word for Christmas, but it's very similar to Yule, that's a completely different subject matter. But I just want to delve a little bit deeper into what my Christmas food looks like. So let's just get this out of the way, because I think there are many things I could mention. The first thing that is probably the easiest to explain is rice porridge. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with this type of food or this concept, but like in Norway we eat a lot of bread and we eat a lot of porridge and that kind of stuff, and rice porridge is one of the typical things to eat. I just realized that I have my Pagan Life site in my glasses and in that glass. Anyway, don't mind that. So rice porridge, that's a very typical thing for Norwegians to eat, and there's this tradition where you eat rice porridge and then you have like an almond in the rice or the porridge, and then you're going to eat it, and the one that has it in their food bowl, they get a treat of some sort, they get a reward. And this is something where if you're an adult and you have a household with children, you will usually deliberately put porridge into the bowls, and you will put the almond into the children's bowls so that, oh, you got the almond, you got the treat. But it was mostly just a deliberate choice. It's just a way to keep children excited, and yeah, it's a nice Christmas tradition, in my opinion. So that's something we may eat like the day before Christmas Eve or the day after, depending. And then we have pork patties, I guess it's the closest you can get. In Norwegian, we call it medisterkake. And what's the sausage called? We also eat those white sausages. What are they called? I don't know. Sosisser, I believe we call them in Norwegian. And that's something we also may eat later, after Christmas Eve, whatever. And then we also eat pork ribs, and that is a huge favorite in Norway, as well as pinnekjøtt, basically literally translated to stick meat, where you just have meat on a stick. And I mean, pork ribs, pretty self-explanatory, I think. Those are Christmas favorites. And then you can't go without turkey. My family in particular eats turkey on Christmas Eve. There's no Christmas without turkey. I don't care what the turkey looks like and how it's prepared, but there has to be turkey. And another Christmas tradition that also goes a little bit back is lutefisk. This is a little bit difficult to explain, but I'll leave the Wikipedia article down below. And the concept of lutefisk is basically that you take white fish and you prepare it in a certain way. I'm not going to go into detail about that now, but you prepare it so that it becomes it gets a gelatin substance, so that it looks like jelly, and then you eat it by way of having it in a wrap along with some butter and some other stuff that you feel like. And I personally don't like that, so instead of eating that, while the adults are eating that stuff, I and me and other people, I guess, who feel like it, eat halibut instead. Kveite is the word for that in Norwegian. I have never really thought about halibut as an actual word or as an actual fish, but I guess that's the closest you can get. So you do the same thing. I personally like to take potato, butter, halibut and wrap and just put it all together and then eat it. It's definitely a lot more fun than just eating the pure fish and all the other things separately. So that's a little bit of a deep dive into what I eat during Christmas. If you have some input on what you eat, I hope you guys eat some stuff too, because otherwise you'll starve. But if you have some suggestions or some things you usually do, make sure to leave them down in the comments below. I am very intrigued because I love food. Okay, anyway guys, before I just lose track of everything, I'll see you in the next episode. So yeah, I'll see you then. Bye-bye!